The LGBTQ community has a problem and we need to discuss it because a genderless child was allowed to dance for the WNBA during halftime. Let me preface this by saying I am a part of the LGBTQ community. I am okay with the LGBTQ community, but one thing that I don't like about our community is the way that we expose children to us. There is nothing wrong with children knowing about gay, bisexual, lesbian, none of that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. What I do have an issue with is, of course, taking children to pride parades that have a lot of inappropriate behavior on display, but also allowing children to be sexualized under the context of, well, they're expressing themselves and learning about their identity and sexuality. The reason I say this is because if a little girl, a cis straight little girl, is boy crazy and she decides, she wants to grow up and be a beautiful woman, you are not going to let her go out in public wearing a tank top that literally barely covers her chest, a little short skirt, long acrylic nails that go from here to here, fake eyelashes, and full face of makeup, correct? Because that's inappropriate for a child that is not even 12 years old yet. So why are we letting this young child, who seems to have been born male, but they identify as genderless, why are we allowing this child to go on national television with a full face of makeup, eyelashes, acrylic nails, very short top, very short skirt, and dance wildly under the context of, well, they're expressing themselves? I have seen photos of this child that have been posted online because they are an influencer, and there are quite literally photos of this child standing on top of the stairs, posing like this, with a skirt, mind you, like that. You cannot tell me that even if this child has a loving family and is being allowed to express themselves the way they want, which I am all for, that is appropriate. There is no reason that any child, whether they are a part of the LGBTQ community and more eccentric in the way they express themselves and dress, or a, plain cis whatever child, should be posing on the stairs with their buttocks being shown. I think that's very inappropriate, and there's a lot of people who agree with me and say it's inappropriate, but there are a lot of people who are like, yes, this is so empowering. Yes, we're teaching our children it's okay to be who they are. It is okay to let your children be who they are, but you should not be allowing them to express sexual things like that early on in life just because it's LGBTQ. There are still pedophiles, whether they are part of LGBTQ, whether they are straight, whether they're males.